You are listening to the Pencil and Paper Podcast Network.
Wake up to the world you've been missing. Time to jump out of bed in the morning. No day, no life, now we're living. Can you feel it in the air that you're breathing? Time to show 'em what you're made of. Let's get back on track. Are you ready for a come on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Are you ready now? You're lifting off the ground. Welcome back. No coming down. Can you feel it all around? Welcome back.
Hello and welcome back to Super Mega Crash Beyond. I am your host, the Count Steven. Yes, it is a very common Count name, I guess.
It is.
and with me is my should we say assistant, familiar.
Am I
You're the
the chica?
the chica, the creeper. You're the Carmela.
The creeper.
Yes, the Carmela
Yes.
Creeper. How are you today?
I'm good. Happy Monday.
Yeah, we are right there on the edge of Halloween. It's like just a few days away.
Spooky.
Spooky seasons. I love Halloween. Maybe not like I used to. And I don't
Yeah.
mean that in a bad way. It's just, I used
Is what it is.
Yeah, there used to be a time when you used to be excited about dressing up and doing all that, and then now it's just like, okay.
I don't even really see a bunch of people doing it as much anymore either. Like, I don't know if that's just the way of the world or I don't know.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of kids on my street. I feel like I would see trick-or-treaters, but I really don't.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, obviously in my neck of the woods, we do have like a little community. So people in the community, they do kind of have their little group gatherings out on the square, and people have like, communal trick-or-treating. But
Sure.
I understand why kids love it. But I mean, for me, the thrill of dressing up and everything, I don't know. Maybe something needs to reignite that thrill in me again.
Sure. I mean, I don't really have any plans or ever go anywhere anyway. And like back in the day, I did so much theater and stuff that like when Halloween came around, I'm like, I dress up a lot though. So like it wasn't as special to me. I'm sure I was the weird actor because all the actors were like, what do you mean? This is great. I'm like, it's fine. I'm just like, it's not something I have to do each year.
Sure.
I get to dress up and pretend to be someone all the time,
I mean, I can understand there's probably some fun involved, and it can be a lot of fun, but I guess I just don't have the fun side of it here.
Yeah.
You know?
Or maybe we just don't know enough adults who like throw an adult themed Halloween party that I would want to attend.
Or perhaps maybe, some other people's negativity and just, because he used to go to work and used to dress up and everything. I know that's probably not as feasible for certain jobs. I get it.
Sure.
But there used to be a time when you used to be excited. It's like, oh, I'm going to surprise everybody with my costume and everything like that. And then it just, the fun got sucked out of it because either they didn't want to do it or it was a boys club or, the popular kids are the ones who win, even though their costume is fucking lame. And then you
Yeah,
just
it's
like
just
the
a
hell with
trash
it.
bag with holes cut in it.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, a lot of thought there.
What are you supposed to be? I don't know. And
Well, you'd kind of have to make it up these days, I guess, anyway. You can't go to your go-to traditionals
yeah,
because they were always bad. But, So
I mean,
just be a ghost or a zombie or I don't know, vampire.
I mean, look, nothing could beat having a little plastic mask with a rubber band around it, and then that plastic smock with the name of the character in which you're dressed up as. Those were classic.
Sure, just run out with your plastic pumpkin and off you went. Yeah,
Like, look,
get it. Or a pillowcase, I guess, however fancy
Yeah.
yours was.
Sometimes
Yeah.
we just had to have the Walmart bag that we took home and used that as our candy bag.
Yep.
But it works, damn it.
It does.
It works.
I used whatever would hold it. I was fine with, and we always got dropped off on the other end of town anyway, where they did the full size candy bars.
Ooh,
Yeah, none of this fun size nonsense. We went to the money, baby.
Yeah.
Got dropped off.
And there was, you always had those one houses, and you look at the candy they dropped in your bag and was like, God damn it, I don't eat this
Like,
shit.
who are you? Yeah, caramel apple Tootsie Roll. What is this? What is this? Or even those who wanted to give you caramel apples. Like, what?
What were those one candies? They all it was is like you probably buy a full bag for like $1, and they came in those orange and black wrappers, and that's all it was.
Oh, yes.
I was always afraid to eat them because it was just like I don't know what the fuck that is.
I know, right? And it almost looks kind of waxy when you
Yeah.
like take it off. Oh God, what are those called? Yeah, I remember those.
I feel like they were supposed to be peanut butter, but
Oh,
I don't ever
maybe.
feel like the taste was peanut butter. It was just gross.
For Halloween. I'm gonna find out.
I'm sure there's a name for them, and I feel like I've heard what they're called at some point, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
But they're almost
Or
like
if I can
a
even find
Halloween staple.
Oh, I think it just says orange flavored Halloween candy, orange, black, and white stripes. Or whatever.
No,
but I don't
these
think this
were
is the
like-
right one.
Yeah, the wrapper was black and orange.
Oh, now I see it. Oh, I see it.
Oh,
10
yeah,
worst Halloween candy for ruining Halloween.
Of
That's
course.
like right there at the top of the list. Let's see what's it called though. I'm gonna scroll. Ooh, some of the chocolate coins. It was just chocolate though. Jawbreakers, those were gross. Like, how do you even get through a jawbreaker? I don't know that I've ever finished one.
Yeah.
Was
They
it just clickbait? Because I feel like I went into the article and now I don't see them.
I would hope not. I mean, that's garbage.
It is
I mean, it's-
garbage.
Very specific candy.
Not for sure.
Right
Oh, whatever
through.
those orange and black things are called. So they don't even know the article. Those rock hard candies taste like a mixture of molasses and child abuse. Their manufacturer is so ashamed of them that nobody is even sure what they're called.
Okay,
And
so
rumor has it that they're made in the dead of night in a hidden factory operated by the souls of the damned. Every adult who gives them out at Halloween turns into a bat and vanishes. The moment the kid eats one, the moment their childhood ends.
okay, so I did find one article that says that they're called peanut butter kisses,
Okay.
but why is beyond me. But at
That's
least
funny,
that tracks with the peanut butter flavor. Like I said, if that's what you want to call it,
Yeah. But
that's
that's what it's supposed to be.
sure.
Interesting. Okay. I like this article though. There was just like whatever those are called. Like we all know, nobody knows, and they're gross. True. How did those get started? Are they cheap? Were they super cheap, you
Oh,
think?
Yeah, 100%. I'm sure it didn't take anything to manufacture and
See.
just pump those out. They're probably worth a
Made with real peanut butter, it says.
my ass.
At least that's according to the one at Dollar Tree.
Maybe they
It's
put like a,
$1.25 now, by the way.
I would say they used a dollop, but I mean that would be a dollop of peanut butter. Is just the size of those things, so they maybe put like a little, just a touch of peanut butter in there for flavor.
Yeah, just enough so they could call it peanut butter, maybe. Like for FDA reasons or some shit. Like you
Yeah.
have to have so much of it in there to be able to call it. But since our laws are very lax on food, it could only be like 1% of peanut butter and it's considered peanut butter or something. I don't know.
That's true. Well, we're not talking about peanut butter kisses
We are
today.
not.
we just went down a weird rabbit hole. No, we're talking about something that I'm truly excited about because I've not had this in a long time.
Me either.
We are going to try General Mills Monster cereal line. Okay? We've got the Count Chocula, we got the Frankenberry, we got the Blueberry, and then we've got
Blueberry.
Did I say
You
blue?
said blue. You did
Oh,
say
sorry.
blue.
Booberry.
Booberry.
How would I disrespect my ghost buddy like that? I don't know. I used to love that guy. And then we've got 2 new cereals,
Yeah.
which we're not going to overlook the others that have been forgotten. We'll bring
Yes.
them up. But for now, there are 2 additional monster cereals on the market. One is called Carmella Creeper, which sounds like a caramel apple flavor.
I'm
maybe?
thinking that's what it is, actually. Yeah, let's see. If I could even read it in the...
I mean, that would be my initial assumption, just based on the name.
Artificially. Caramel apple flavored sweetened cereal with monster marshmallows. So
Okay.
yes, caramel apple flavored cereal. This could go either way.
And then we have the final cereal, which is a mashup, I'm assuming, of all these flavors, but it
Yeah.
says artificially berried or artificially berry flavored. So I guess they took the chocolate out just not to throw everything into chaos.
I guess, but Count Chocula is still on the box.
Yeah. So
So
what?
maybe
what-
his marshmallow friend made it in. So I
Maybe.
think it's just their friends because it says frosted cereal with monster marshmallows. So I think it's like Carmela Creeper Snake, Boo Berry's cat, Frankenberry's bat, and Count Chocula's spider.
Yeah, and each cereal that we have, I'm almost positive each box, they have it says with their frightful marshmallow friends or their frightful friends
So it
marshmallow.
might just be like all of the cereals put in one box.
That's
is
what
it
it
might
seems like.
be.
Because
Yeah.
then, the last cereal we're talking about is called Monsters Frightful Friends, where they've crammed all the marshmallows and cereals together so they're all on the box.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. See, we didn't have that growing up. If we wanted to do
I
that,
don't remember it either.
we had to do it ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, like, I don't know. Like, I'm still thinking this is something different because there was another one, too, called Monster Mash.
See, yeah, we were talking about this, and I feel like they are the same, or the concept is the same thing, but I think the other cereal that we were looking at had the other two cereals
It
that
did.
are no longer on the market.
The Yummy Mummy and
Fruit
Brute
Brute.
Brute? Yeah.
So
Yeah, that might be
that
the difference.
probably has some business here. But I didn't want to go down this rabbit hole of sampling all these cereals without doing a little bit of research. And luckily, somebody who I'm not acquainted with, but mentioned on another podcast, on the Horror Ramblings podcast, hooked us up through a Fangoria article about the cereals. So we have I'm just going to lift from this because it was easier.
Sure. They
So-
already did the work, and it's
Yeah,
very
so-
good, right? So.
Shout out to Diana Prince for this article in Fangoria magazine. So I'm reading her words. So these are not mine. Just so
we
you're
did
aware.
not write this.
Right. So I'm just going to touch on some details. I won't go through the whole article. So basically how this started, 1971, advertising agency Dancer Fitzgerald Sample introduced us to Count Chocula and Frankenberry. They were the first two cereal monsters. Laura Levine, who's a former copywriter for the agency, said about the character's creation in 2016 that her boss gave her the assignment. At the time, Captain Crunch was huge, and they wanted another big creation. Like, let's do
Mascot
that.
of some kind, yeah.
So the whole concept was monsters, but they would be scaredy cats. So they'd act tough, it's like, look at this. And then, of course, they'd freak out if they saw like a kitten or something like that. And it was like, oh my God. So that was kind of the conceit. The monsters recently had a recent resurgence in popularity, such as factors as the Shock Theater television package and the famous Monsters of Filmland magazine. They've even got model kits and even the Munsters. That was very popular at the time. So, hey, why not? These two soulless corpses became spokesmen for children's breakfast cereals.
Woo!
And as their name suggests, we've got Count Chocula. The cereal has a very robust chocolate flavor. Let's keep these things in mind. This is
Right,
the
what it's
things they're supposed to have. And then Frankenberry was a very delectable strawberry. Now, the illustrator of the characters, George Carn, originally did the Trix Rabbit back in 1959. He came up with some sketches for Count Chocula. And then Bill Melendez, who was an animator who worked on the Peanuts projects. I remember seeing his name a lot on the Peanuts cartoons. He animated the very first commercial. So with that additional involvement of Melendez, the ad is also notable. That's the word I was trying to say, for establishing the rivalry between the monsters, which I don't remember that in the advertisements. I guess,
I don't know.
But apparently that was a big concept that drove the entire campaign for some time. So anyway, they are all kind of based on the characters that we all know, the Draculas and the Frankenstein's monsters and what have you. Count Count Chocula did the voice actors. There was like Jim Dukas and then Larry Kinney. They kind of did their best Bela Lugosi's because that was your Dracula at the time, you know? I mean, I'm sure you could have probably tried to maybe touch on somebody else at that time, but I mean, Bela was the target, you know?
Sure.
I don't feel like Christopher Lee had really wowed everybody with his Dracula at this point in time. Like, he was still kind of fresh.
When did he come in?
Yeah. Because that was the 60s, 70s where they were doing the Hammer horrors and everything. So, same also with Frank and Barry, you know, they kind of modeled their portrayals on Boris Karloff, and Karloff really didn't speak all that much as the monster, so I'm sure it's like, and I feel like Frankenberry was a lot more vocal, you know?
Yeah.
You know, maybe. And then in 1973, that's where we got introduced to Boo Berry, which is a blueberry cereal promoted by our funny little specter, as they call him, the Lord High Minister of all that is sinister, inspired by Peter Lorre, which I can see because he kind of has the droopy looking eyes, I guess.
Yeah, he does.
And he's just like, oh, yes. And see, this is another fascinating thing. All right, so Lace and I struggled to find these cereals, okay?
Well, like the fancy ones anyway. Like, I this one was at my grocery store, at least, Boo Berry and Count Chocula.
Yeah.
But like the Carmela Creeper and all that, like, Jesus Christ, I have no idea.
Now, do those boxes, the Boo Berry box you have is different from the Boo Berry box I have, because you have a very Art Deco style.
Like, I even have like a comic on the back.
Yeah, mine is very traditional. Like, it goes back to the old school style.
So that's what the Carmela came in. Like, I know the Carmela has a green one like it also, like the other ones, but at the grocery store, it's the white ones like you have.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I got that's the same Carmela I've got.
Yeah. I guess, I don't know when they decided to do, I guess, like a fancier box for some of them. Like, I don't remember seeing these colors before. Like, it was always just the white.
Yeah.
I remembered.
Same. So, I just find that interesting. You got some fancy boxes, at least for some of them.
Let's see if they're expired. Maybe I ordered them and they've just been sitting there forever. I wouldn't be surprised.
Now, Mr. or Boo Berry, as we'll call him, was voiced by Paul Frees. Does that name ring a bell at all?
Sounds kind of familiar.
I think most people would remember him. If you knew him from anything right off the top of your head, it's going to be from some of those Rankin Bass, God damn it, or the Frosty and Rudolph and everything. I'm almost positive he was
Solomon Hirschfries, better known as Paul Frees. Is that who we're talking
about?
Yeah. American actor, comedian, impressionist, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here, come on. What is he known for?
All right, so I'm going to go through his list here because he's got
a man of 1,000 voices.
Yeah. So from the Disney World, Ludwig von Drake. I don't know if you remember that duck character. He kind of had the little glasses. He talked like this, he's like, I am Ludwig von Drake. I am a very special, smart man doing all this. I can't do my brain's not on fire today.
Yeah, it happens.
So it's screwed. Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. He was Winterbolt. He was Jack Frost. He was an officer. Nestor, the long-eared Christmas donkey. We've talked about that.
Oh, yeah.
He was Santa Claus. He was Olaf and the donkey dealer in that.
Okay.
Rudolph Shiny New Year. He was Santa Claus again. Also, Eon, the big eagle, and Humpty Dumpty, and some other characters.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, dude's been around.
So he looks like he's done Santa Claus in a lot, if not all of these animated projects. Because in every one of them where there's a Santa, he seems to be the guy who did Santa for the most part.
Okay.
So, yeah, we all know who Paul Frees is. Maybe.
Yeah.
We do.
Or you didn't know his name, which was probably me. It's like, we've all heard him.
But yeah, he's the one who initially did the voice of Boo Berry. This is not really a character based on any universal monster or classic monster. We say universal monsters because they're the ones who really did a lot of that, but classic monsters, if you will. I mean, there's not really a direct correlation, but Peter Lorre, he talks like this, and he's he's all about that. That makes sense, he's kind of creepy, So you use that, and then you have this wonderful rendition of a character.
Yeah.
Now, the two that we don't have, these were other cereals that we're going to talk about, which are Fruit Brute for starters. This was another addition that they did based on the Wolfman. Makes sense.
Right.
This is an endeavor to bring howling good taste of fruit to the breakfast table. It lasted from 1974 to 1982. Not a bad run, but
makes you wonder why it got canceled.
Yeah, so that's what I was kind of hoping we might come to or to understand in here, because it's dismissed as a failure, obviously, but it's been referenced here and there. They kind of touched on it in Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. I mean, that's some notable tips of the hat that you don't normally get.
Well, and when I'm looking it up, unless all of this is just like fake for the internet or whatever, I see newer versions of that cereal box,
and they may have brought it back at some point, just as like, hey, we're bringing it back for a limited run.
Oh, it does say 2013, because like I'm looking at this picture and it almost looks like one of these ones, but with updated.
And that might be it.
It looks like an Elvis wolf or something with a long. I don't know. But this was 2013, so that was even still a hot minute ago. So
gotcha. Now, after they had kind of discontinued this, a few years later in 1988, that's where we got Yummy Mummy. Now, I feel like I would have remembered Yummy Mummy because this would have been introduced during that time. Fruit Brute, on the other hand, I don't feel like I would have been old enough to remember. You know what I mean?
Yeah, neither. No.
Because, I would have blanked out. And funny enough, I was even realizing this the other day. There were some cartoons, like I was watching some YouTube video, it was showing like intros to old cartoons from Saturday mornings. There were two that I remember very vividly watching, and they had to have been in reruns. Had to have been. Even though I watched them constantly, or at least for a while growing up. But then you look at the time period in which they ran, and it was like 81, 82, or 82, 83, and I was like, there's no fucking way I would remember watching those. Yeah. No way. Mm-hmm. Because I would have been 3 years old. I cannot remember. Well, sometimes
maybe that's what weird deja vu is. Like, we'll never be able to figure it out, but our brain is recalling us looking at something at some point in our lives,
Yeah. So anyway, 1988, Yummy Mummy came out, and it was, in essence, kind of the same thing, but some variations. So, for example, apparently Fruit Brute had lime-flavored marshmallows, which seems like that would have fit in with the fruity flavors, Yeah. For some reason, Yummy Mummy had vanilla marshmallows, so they tried something different.
Wasn't it like orange cream, though, too, or something?
The
Mummy,
when they brought them back, apparently in 2013, for a kind of like, hey, we're bringing them back for a limited time. They had two variations on their flavors. So Fruit Brute went with a cherry flavor, while Yummy Mummy went to something orange cream. So something to kind of change it up a little bit,
Gotcha. So they weren't really back.
Right. Just to be like, hey, do you remember these guys? Yeah, well.
We did something to them.
Now, I don't know if you remember this or not, because I don't, but apparently sometime between 1998 and 2000, General Mills was trying to come up with a new monster. So they were just like, hey, let's bring out these options to the public, because the public always chooses the great stuff.
Of course, yeah.
And said, hey, how about we have Barry Patra, which is a mummy lady.
Yeah.
Phantom Barry, Phantom of the Opera.
Sure.
Dr. Jekyllberry, Jekyll and Hyde, or Bride of Frankenberry.
Okay.
That's
a lot.
None of these got past the designs.
Okay. Because it's like, that's a lot of freaking cereals, man.
So something tells me there's just these core cereals just work for whatever reason.
Whatever reason. Yeah.
Don't fuck with it. And just try to leave it be. And the fact that they have successfully at this time introduced a new cereal. How long will Carmella Creeper last? Who knows? We've not even tried it. We don't even know if it's any good.
Never, ever have I had it. What's it, only a couple years old, maybe?
Because think about it, the Monster Mash didn't have that in it. So did she just recently become a new addition? Because I'm looking in this article to see if maybe she got brought up, but this may be a dated article.
Oh, wait. It says
Prior.
2023, so it's like just last year. Okay. Then why
So-
do you have 2 boxes already, Bish?
Right?
Like, that's only a year.
But
Well, June of 23. And why June? Not even like
that-
Halloween?
doesn't make sense either. Okay, so
Okay.
she got her fancy box along
she
with the
did.
new guys, and then now she's got something more akin to the older styles.
Maybe it's her throwback. Maybe that's the special box
Ah,
for her. Is like, if she were around in the 80s, this is what it would look like.
This is what it would be.
Mhm.
So, are you excited to dig into these cereals? Because
I mean, kind of. I hope I'm not disappointed. Like, through those rose tinted glasses of the past, because it's probably been 20 years or more since I've had any of them, if I'm
Yeah.
honest.
same. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I mean, I my expectations are low because I don't want to put them up high
Sure.
because I know there's no way in hell these are going to taste like they did when I was a kid.
They cared a little bit more in the 80s and 90s about how their food tastes, and today they're
Yeah.
just trying to keep it preserved and expensive. So
All right, so I figure we'll start with Count Chocula since it's the gold
Original.
standard. It's the one that everyone knows. I think he's probably the most popular out of all the characters.
I would say you're right. I mean, how do you say no to chocolate too?
Yeah.
You know, like
Chocolate.
I'm legitimately. See, hear me? I'm opening it now. Never even touched
Ooh,
it.
now that smells like cereal that I remember.
Oh shit! That does. It's like it is that chocolate, that
Yeah.
cereal chocolate you expect. Well, so what do you want to do? Do we eat it dry first or with milk first? Or
Well, I'm pouring up a little bowl, which I guess I shouldn't make a big bowl. That was like
yeah, I was like, I need to make a bite or
instinctual.
two. Yeah, you're just like, I'm gonna pour me a cereal bowl. It's like we got a lot of cereals here.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Pour a little bit into my mug here.
I figure we'll go
Marshmallows.
for it like if you would a regular cereal thing.
Okay.
So give it a little bit of milk.
Put a little spit in there. All right, so I got it in there. Got some milk.
All right, so this is like got the cereal ready, and I'm going in for a bite.
It's kind of exactly how I remember. Honestly.
Yeah, that first initial taste, that flavor, I don't know what that is, man, but that was a nostalgia hit if I ever had one.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that flavor.
I'm actually kind of happy right now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm happy with this still. I'll probably buy it again now. I'm like, oh yeah, it's in my memory bank
Yeah.
again.
Because that's another thing I've been doing too that I'm kind of okay with. We had I don't know, man, I just had a craving one day sitting at night and I'm not going to run out and go get it, but I was just like, I'm going to put that in my memory banks. Go get some Golden Grams, dude.
Oh,
I was just
wow.
had a craving for
yeah.
some Golden Grams.
Interesting. And see, that's another thing. I guess we should have brought like another little bowl and set it off to the side. See how long they take to get soggy.
Yeah.
Because I bet you they probably get soggy pretty quick. I feel like most cereal does nowadays anyway.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let's see, dry. I'm just going to give it one little.
I already filled this bowl up.
Better with milk.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that.
I mean, I would eat this still like this if I was snacky. Because like the milk is what'll really get you all full.
Yeah.
Okay. I say we can still buy the Count Chocula and be happy today.
So I might leave this. Okay. I've got a little bit of cereal in here. I poured way too much. I'm going to go grab a cup. But yeah, we can keep that and let it sit to see the sogginess. We'll come back to it.
I'm looking at what time we started at.
And I'm going to grab a cup real quick
Okay.
so I can use for the others. And it'll allow me to be more aware of what I'm pouring.
What's going on, right? Pay attention to it.
All right. So with cups in hand, Chocula, something very familiar. I can't argue if it tasted any different as a kid. I honestly can't.
Yeah, I can't either. So, I mean, at least that's a little comforting. Either my memory's bad or they just actually kept the recipe. And I have a comic on the back that I need to read later.
Oh, yeah, there are. Yeah, we've got little things.
Carmela's in this one on the Count Chocula one.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
mine,
I guess we
I
had
think
to-
is... Well, the Carmela one, I think, is probably the one you've got. Is it a quiz? Or is it a game?
Oh, yeah. Carmela's looks like a...
Scratch?
Castle is not a home without a monster's loyal pet by their side. Check out their haunt to see the sweet life. So I guess it's like
Oh, okay.
a look into their lives. This is where they live in their house or whatever. Okay. So maybe just the new boxes had the legit cartoon on the back.
We
All
hear
right, which
that.
one you got?
All right, we're going to Frankenberry next.
Oh, wow. It's like
How-
so pink.
So pink. And the smell. Oh, that's childhood right there.
Mine doesn't really smell like much. Hopefully I don't have a bad box.
No, I think you got a good box.
I
mean, it's not-
That's about all I smelled.
It's not very pungent, but there's a familiarity to it. And it
Make
might
sure I
might
get
just
it.
be something that it's just hitting hard.
Dude, there's so many different kinds of marshmallows in here. There's like pink
Yeah.
and purple and
I don't remember there being very many a variety of marshmallows in these cereals.
you know what
feel
though?
like
I
it
don't
was
know
just
if I'd
one.
remember. I did love the marshmallows. Like that was the thing I'd like with Lucky Charms. And I was always the type I ate all of the other stuff and left my marshmallows for last. And yes, it would take me forever because I would painstakingly move my marshmallows around to make sure I had gotten all of the gross part of the cereal out of the way.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Corey.
I
you
am
need some
looking
milk
forward to
in there?
this. I think between this one and Boo Berry, and I guess trying them is going to seal the deal. One of these two is my absolute favorite. I'm not sure
Okay.
which. Or at least they used to be.
I mean,
Something about that flavor, that strawberry flavor. It's not real, but that,
it's very strong though.
yeah, it doesn't let up. And it's such a artificial strawberry flavor, but it's so good.
Mm-hmm. And whatever, I don't even know how to describe it. Like kind of like how it sticks to your teeth, the way it kind of crumbles. It almost just feels like another thing of like a Lucky Charms. Maybe there's only so many different ways you could make like a cereal with marshmallows.
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair, a lot of the cereals like Lucky Charms, they're, I guess, non-marshmallow pieces. Whatever's
Right.
made of either the corn or the rice or the oats.
Mm-hmm.
They're not flavored. They might have some light sugar dusting on them or nothing at all. And then these are actually flavored to be strawberry or chocolate or whatever.
I have to say, I feel like they were already starting to get too soft. And I only had like 3 or 4 bites in there.
Yeah.
I feel like quicker than the Chocula.
Oh, 100%.
So it's like almost if you poured a full bowl, you'd probably only have like 2 or 3 good crunchy bites. It's the way it feels.
Just sad.
I mean, cereal's kind of hard to hold up anyway,
Yeah.
but it should last longer than that.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think that one gets soggier quicker.
Okay. Well, let's check on the Chocula.
Like even the marshmallows got a little softer, quicker. Maybe they're just smaller.
Chocolate still got some crunch.
Does it?
And the chocolate came back too. Like as soon as I got it in my mouth,
Uh-huh.
it took over.
Wait, and it's been 6 minutes because I looked at the clock when you went to go get the other bowl.
Okay.
So 6 minutes later, I don't know that I'd have a bowl that long. I eat fast. It's like,
Same.
I don't know why. I think it's because just a server my entire life, you ate faster, you didn't eat. And a lot of the times we were standing up to eat our food anyway because we'd still be working or whatever. So I
Yeah.
think just 20 plus years of that straight me like scarfing food. It sucks though, because like when you're at dinner with other people, I've always done so much more quickly than everyone else. And I'm just like sitting there because it's rude to just get up, you know?
Sure.
The Hubs and I could probably eat in 20 minutes, and we should slow down.
All right.
Blueberry?
Let's move on. Blueberry. Yeah. Get all our classics out of the way. I don't smell anything in this one.
Yeah, this one kind of smells like the last one to me, too. Like I wasn't getting a big flavor. The chocolate, though, that hits you.
Yeah. So I wonder what the deal with that is, because it's it just smells like a box.
Yeah.
So I guess
Yeah.
blueberry doesn't really have a strong scent, or at least the artificial one doesn't.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe if I get it away from the box. Let's see.
Right.
Okay, it smells a little bit different when I get it out of the box.
Okay.
Maybe just the box is too strong. Oh, wait, I don't think I tried the Frankenberry dry. Not a shame.
Yeah.
That one I actually think I would probably snack on dry more. But okay, blueberry.
It starts off with a very similar-ish berry flavor, but devolves into something different.
I don't know that I'm tasting berry.
I'm really not either. This is
I don't feel like it tastes like much of anything. Is it just me?
no, because I get an initial taste when I put it in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's that berry flavor that you're looking for, and then it just quickly dissipates.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like, I
then
feel
you're
like-
kind of stuck
Yeah.
with the corn or oat. Like what are the
Does the stick
pieces.
into your teeth?
yeah like what are they? Corn. So the corn pieces of the cereal. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not at the top here with this one.
It's disappointing.
But I don't know if I remember a lot. As a kid, I probably wasn't trying to pay as much attention.
I guess I just remember a stronger berry flavor. Like that initial flavor that I'm getting, I remember it sticking around longer.
Yeah, because honestly, it just tried to taste like corn cereal with marshmallows.
Yeah.
All right, General Mills, you gotta pump the berry back into this baby.
Yeah, because that is disappointing.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, at least that one wasn't the family size. I feel like all I could find were family size, and a lot of them.
That's all I could get. It's insane.
I don't like that one.
No.
I don't think there's much to. Like even
All
in
right.
my mouth right now, I don't really feel like there's an aftertaste of anything.
I wouldn't say it was god awful or anything. It's lacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's just not going to be fun for an entire bowl.
All right. Back to the chocula.
Let me
Where are
see.
we at?
Try it dry.
All right. Okay. Chocula is getting mushy.
Okay, it's been 10 minutes now.
But here's the funny thing. The chocolate flavor seems to have intensified.
But you're getting chocolate milk now.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. So that's always like the nice little bonus with that one, because then you have just chocolate milk when you're done. Okay, blueberry, much better dry.
Okay. So the milk maybe takes away the berry flavor.
Maybe, and like too quickly. Like I'm not saying it's still a strong berry flavor, but it's more.
Okay.
Maybe it's because we're not cleaning off the frosted coating or whatever as quickly.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's still not amazing, but it's better. So if you were like, I want some blueberry, just leave the milk out. Or however you eat cereal. I know not everyone can do milk.
Yeah. I'm going to be feeling this a little bit later because I forgot to take a little Lactaid.
I was going to say, you should go take one of those. I drink so
probably
much
should.
milk, my body's okay with it.
Yeah.
It's
I
ice
probably
cream
should.
that gets me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. I'll be gassy all night if I don't do
But I still push through because I just love ice cream.
that. Yeah.
You know, I don't have it often, but when I do have it, I eat the whole freaking thing like an animal. You know what, though? With the coffee, it's pretty good, too.
Ooh, I never thought about that. Having it with my coffee? Because I already had my coffee. Dang it.
Oh. You have it all done before you get to
First
record
thing
it?
I do in the morning.
Well, I did too, but I'm like still sipping on it the whole time. I don't know. And I'm up earlier, I think, than you are on the weekends because my body just doesn't know how to sleep. I'm still up
Depends.
at like 6 or earlier. Usually I'm awake at 4 and then I pray to God that I'll fall back asleep for another hour or two. And today I just laid there till 6 and I was like, look at me till 6 a.m. Like that's sleeping in.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine.
And I went to bed late last night. Like by a half an hour, yo.
Oh, wow.
That's late for me. I was turning into a pumpkin. All right.
All right. Let's bounce to Carmella Creeper.
Carmella Creeper. This one I'm like interested in and scared of because I'm not sure how I feel about the caramel apple cereal.
All right, so my box, you can smell the caramel apple. It's not...
Oh, I didn't even put my nose in it.
Yeah, like you can get a hefty scent of the caramel. Like I wouldn't even say there's an apple, but the caramel?
No, I definitely, it's the caramel I smell, or caramel, or however we say it. I definitely smell that.
Say it however you choose
Because
to say it.
I like to bake a lot, so I can smell the caramel syrup because I'll use caramel. Like some people use vanilla extract or whatever. Sometimes I like to use caramel instead of the vanilla because I like caramel. So that's exactly what it tastes like or smells like. I don't know what it tastes like yet. And odd, I just made cookies with that like 2 days ago, and I have a bunch of cookie dough because why bake them all at once when I can put it in the fridge and you can have hot cookies all the time.
Yeah.
So I just put it in the fridge, and then when we want cookies, I'll pop 4 or so in the oven, and boom, hot cookies till it's gone.
I mean, that's a smash.
I thought I was just not a hat rack here, my friend. All right.
All
I'm
right.
so happy about this. I'm sorry, guys. I know he's tired of me. I made me a little pitcher in ceramics, and it pours perfectly. That's usually what the problem will always be, is like you'll pour, it'll dribble along the side or whatever. I'm happy with myself right now.
I mean,
It hasn't dribbled once.
if I could show all of you a picture of this thing, you'd think it was done by a professional. It's so nice.
I even cleaned up the bottom so nice and neat. Like, I'm very happy with it.
To buy that at an antique shop. Come on.
But I don't want to sell stuff because I don't want people thinking they can have an opinion on my work.
Yep.
All right. Carmella Creeper.
Let's go. Okay.
I'm trying for the apple. I like maybe the aftertaste is where I'm getting a little of the apple.
It's there.
Or is it in the marshmallow? I wonder if it's in the marshmallow. Eat a marshmallow by itself. Because I feel like that's where I taste it. Maybe that's complimenting it. Or is it just me?
No, I think you might be right, because just the corn cereal alone, I feel like you get more of a caramel essence. Like that's where that's coming from. So for the apple to be in the marshmallows would probably track.
That makes sense. It's not bad.
No, it's surprisingly a little bit more complex than the other three because of the caramel apple. Because you do the flavor maintains as you chew. You kind of go through a little bit of caramel. You feel the apple, and they're kind of mixing around a little bit. Nothing's taking over. It's sticking around. I think they actually came up with something good.
I think this is a good one, yeah. By the end, they all taste the same
Yeah, sure.
after they've all crumbled and stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like that one. So far it would be like the Chocula Carmella for me right now for what we tasted today. Then I would say Frankenberry and Booberry.
I don't think I can argue with your ranking.
I do like that one. Okay. And this one I had to buy in family size, so that's nice that I like it.
Yep.
Because it was the only size I could find.
All right, let's see how squishy the chocolate is now.
It's been almost 16 minutes now, so I would imagine it's got to be pretty soggy. Yeah.
Very, very chocolatey, but it's not quite mush, but it's very close.
It's wanting to be.
All right. Now finally.
So her mascot, since it's new, is Scratch the Snake.
Scratch the Snake.
Carmella's soulful snake has got serious attitude and perfect rhythm. Can you find her record? So yeah, it's kind of like a Where's Waldo kind of situation on the back of the box. Find the thingy that I said. So
Well, I see it. It didn't take long.
well, I mean, I guess it's supposed to be for kids.
I guess, but some of us would like a challenge. If
Did
I'm
you
going to
find
be buying,
Meowberry?
I did.
I feel like they're all just in the bottom floor.
Well, there's the cat, and the cat's up in the attic. Or is it a cat? What is it? No, it's a A teddy bear. I'm sorry. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, yeah, it's a teddy bear. It looks like a saxophone and a guitar in the attic and a bongo drum.
And then there's the ball of yarn.
Oh, yeah.
And then the baseball bat. Okay, yeah. See, this is too easy. Children.
Too
This
easy.
is why children are failing in school.
These cereal boxes, they're failing them, man.
Yeah, they're supposed to be challenging them, not just giving them the answers.
Make
God.
their brains work.
All right, so
Wow.
Monsters Frightful Friend.
Frightful So I'm going to have to make sure I get a little bit of all of it in there to make sure that it's not the
Oh, yeah,
type that
that's
they've
true.
given one too many of one part of the cereal.
So it looks to be, I don't know if the flavor is, which I might want to test it. But
Smells
the
like nothing.
corn cereal flavors, or the corn cereal looks like the Carmella corn cereal. I don't know if it tastes like it, though.
I'm a little worried if it actually is like all of the cereals put together.
All right.
did I
I'm going to
go
try
over
one of these
everything?
green ones.
I mean, I can't really tell the difference between the blueberries and the chocolate. Maybe I need to turn the lights on more in my room. Like, I can't tell. They all look kind of the same.
I mean, the corn cereal tastes like the berry ones.
Well, I feel like, well, maybe they are the blueberries. That's what they look like.
Well, see, on the box, does it not show two different colors of the corn cereal? Okay, so maybe they're in there. They're just not colored proper.
Maybe
like,
it's the berry and the Carmella with the other people's friends.
like, look at this. Look at this. This is some sort of mutant. It's half colored.
You got a bothy, a half and
Yeah.
half. Ooh, you got the special one. I don't know if I have a special
Mutant
one. I don't have as
cereal.
many green ones.
Just weird. I've got like all green and none of mine are purple.
Maybe I need
At
to
least-
shake up my box.
All right.
All right. Well,
So I'm under the assumption this is just like, as we see, artificially berry flavored frosted cereal.
yes.
So I'm
With
assuming
all of
we'll get
marshmallows.
something along the lines of Frankenberry or Blueberry.
All right, I'm gonna try to get a bite with all of it.
Yeah, which is going to be a trick.
Yeah. No, that did pretty good. I think I got a little bit of everything in there. So we'll see here. And
Okay.
is it just me or does the berry flavor taste stronger in this one?
Absolutely. I was going to say that very thing. It's like it's really, really working hard on this one.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if the creeper's helping it out. Maybe it's like how you do chocolate with a little coffee and it brings out the chocolate flavor.
Could be. Because, yeah, this is what those should have been.
Right. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was worried about the mixing of the two. Well, actually, at first I thought it was all of them.
Sure.
But I don't think there's a chocolate in there. I don't taste chocolate.
I don't either. I think that would be kind of weird. Unless you were doing something like, if you did Count Chocolate and Frankenberry, that would work.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
chocolate strawberry.
See, now I want to try the Monster Mash.
Yeah.
Because that one, I was pretty sure it said it had Yummy Mummy and Fruit Brute in, which is the only way I could find. Well, I couldn't find that one at all. I found it on eBay, but I'm not going to buy cereal off of eBay. I don't know. Just something doesn't feel right about it.
You risk getting a bad cereal. So then all you're getting is just the box.
That's what I was wondering. Like, what am I actually getting? I don't know. I like this one.
Yeah.
Blueberry got bumped again.
I mean, it's looking pretty bad for him.
Yeah, Blueberry, what's up, man? Why are you saving it all for Carmella? Ooh, maybe that's it.
Oh, wait a minute. Got one last go with the Count Chocula. Let's see how bad it is. Yep.
Is it basically mush?
It's like marshmallows, man. Like just when they just squeeze and just, that kind of mush. Marshmallow mush.
It just kind of like dissipates in your mouth.
But chocolate's on point. I'll give it that all day.
And then
It's
how's
still
your milk?
chocolatey. Mm-hmm. Super duper chocolatey.
All right. So yeah, Chocula. What did I say? Carmella.
Mm-hmm.
Monsters, friends, I think. Then Frankenberry and Boo Berry. Sorry, Boo.
I think I might go because Count Chocolate is really solid.
It is.
I think
Yeah.
I can say without a doubt that is why it's the number one cereal. Like they haven't faltered on it. It still holds the chocolatiness. It's good. So yeah, I think that's going to be your number one, hands
Can't
down.
go wrong.
No question. Do I agree that Carmilla is number 2? That's the question. Because I liked it. But then that Monster Frightful Friends is hitting the berry thing that I wanted.
Yeah. So yeah, those two might be kind of like hand in hand
Neck
for
and
me
neck.
a little bit. Yeah. Well, man, you make a good point though, because
All
they
right,
did kind
so-
of have a couple of different flavors that were fairly strong in the Friends.
Here's the argument that I'll make.
Okay.
Carmilla Creeper gets number 2 because it's original and it's doing something great right out the gate. Whereas Monsters Friends is just improving on 2 other cereals that should have already been doing that.
Right. And all
How's
their
that?
marshmallows, which
Yeah.
I'm not convinced taste different. They're just all different shapes.
That's the way it comes off, yeah.
At least, well, unless my mind was playing tricks on me with the Carmella Creeper, but you thought you tasted it also. So maybe like the marshmallows had a little bit more of an apple-esque to it, and all the caramel went into the cereal itself.
Yeah, it's the flavor really seems like it's caramel forward, but the apple is in there. It's just
Yeah.
like it's a hint of it that does come through if you're really looking for it. Like if you sit there and chew, it'll come through. But I wouldn't say it's like a heavy apple flavor.
No.
It's
yeah.
It's almost like in the vein of something like Apple Jacks or something like that, where it's not the thing you're really going to be tasting, but it might be kind of there, even though
Yeah.
I don't feel like Apple Jacks has any hint of apple whatsoever.
Well, maybe like another one, like you said, the first couple of bites, but that's another cereal, man, that'll go soggy quick.
Yeah.
If I remember right, because it's like, because it had those like, I don't know, apple pieces or whatever on the cereal, because it didn't have like little red dots or whatever on it. And I just remember it kind of like crumbling, and like, it's not as bad as Captain Crunch, because Captain Crunch just like shreds your mouth. I don't know why we keep eating it. My gums will be almost in bleeding. You know, it's just shredding everything. That's what Apple Jacks kind of reminds me of.
So I want to mention one little thing, and this is kind of a warning to ourselves and other people. Well, I don't really feel like it's a warning that we should have to worry about now, but just in case.
Okay.
Just in case. Here's a little story, a little trivia bit that you may remember as I talk about it, because I feel like this kind of came back to me as I was like, oh, I kind of remember this.
Okay.
So, but I'm going to read this word for word, again, from Diana Prince's article. She says, I feel it would be a little unkind to present this next section without a word of friendly warning. It's one of the strangest tales ever told. I think it will thrill you. I think it may shock you. It may even horrify you. So if you do not feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now's your chance to
back away, guys.
Back away.
See you next week.
With that out of the way, it's time to discuss Frankenberry stool.
Oh
Do you
no.
remember this?
No. Am I gonna have some berry poop?
Well, what is Frankenberry stool? Exactly what it sounds like. So when it was first introduced, Frankenberry was colored with a synthetic dye that could not be absorbed or digested by the human body. So in February of 1972, a 12-year-old boy began to
Panic?
shit pink.
Yeah.
So he was afraid,
Sure.
obviously, because they thought maybe he was bleeding internally.
Sure.
So take him to the
Yeah.
hospital. So they did their case studies. The case study called the benign red pigmentation of stool resulting in the food coloring in a new breakfast cereal, which is a hell of a title for a published article.
Right?
Was in fact published by Dr. John V. Payne, revealed that Frankenberry was the problem with the
blame.
kid's stool. So after the boy's digestive system cleared, the doctor fed him 4 bowls of Frankenberry Which,
4 bowls. This poor
4
kid.
bowls. And then he shits pink once again. So how about that? They did change, obviously, the color, the synthetic dyes. So we don't
Well, I
have
mean, I
to
guess
worry
if it
about
wasn't
it.
hurting you, another Halloween treat, I guess. Your poop's dressing up.
I'm sure that wasn't the first, because I'm almost positive.
Like, I know some sick part of me wants to eat this whole box now, but I like, you said they changed it, so I'm like, now
Yeah.
I won't know. I'd just be like, baby, come here, for the first time in 20 years. Like, come look at this.
Look,
Look.
look what I did.
You're like, oh, baby, what's wrong? It's the cereal, man. It's just the cereal. I swear.
And see, you could think that somebody would eat like the frightful monsters and be like, man, I'm going to shit a rainbow. And then it just comes out, when you try to do a suicide and it all just turns black and you're like, oh.
Yeah. It's never what you think it's going to be in
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I do have to say this. Oh, go ahead. Finish your thing.
well, no, I was just gonna say that they have cleared this up. So if we have any miscolored stools, which I could swear that did happen to me. Now, whether it was with this cereal or another cereal, I can't remember. But I'm almost positive at some point in time, I did experience cereal color-related poos that was just like, what is happening? And then you piece it together and you're like, okay, well.
Yeah. I don't think I have. I don't think I've looked in there and been like, oh my God, like that's
Yeah.
not how it should be. Like for other reasons, I'd be like, yeah, I knew that one. Whew, but like, not like I'm impressed or scared.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that I remember exactly. I just, I feel like I've had that instance where I've looked and something didn't look right. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And you kind of work it around in your head. It's like, maybe it was the cereal. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have made the connection. Interesting. I was probably a dumb kid. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like, especially at the time in which we grew up, it's very possible we encountered this at some point. I mean, Christ, we got to experience Olestra, if anyone can remember that shit.
Hold on. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
You remember
yeah.
Olestra, the what was it? It was an oil alternative for chips and such, and it was so good that you're gonna shit yourselves for eating a bag of potato chips.
Yeah.
They had to pull it from the the store shelves because people were shitting themselves after eating a bag of Lay's or Ruffles or whatever. Because Ruffles like committed to this. And I think they rebranded all their stuff called Wow Brands or something like that.
And then now it's called Fiber Brand or something. No, I don't know.
Something like, I don't know. But they were just like, well, we can't sell this anymore because people are shitting themselves.
Yeah, one of the main concerns the FDA had about Olestra was it might encourage consumers to eat more of the top of the pyramid foods because of the perception of it being healthier. So people, I guess, did. And consumers engaging in overconsumption, thinking the addition of Olestra would remove negative consequences. Oh. Potato chips, tortilla chips, crackers, and okay.
And this is what humans do, is when we get a new thing and they're like, this is healthy for you, we overdo it.
Yep.
And we'll find something wrong with it.
You feel like we should have learned by now to give it a minute.
Yeah. Just wait.
Like look at all of the weight loss things we've done over the years. We used to think cigarettes were good for the lungs. So let's give it a beat.
Yeah.
With new stuff and just be like, science has to learn it too. Just let them figure it out. Yeah.
Really makes you wonder, like, at what point did somebody honestly think that a cigarette was good for your lungs? You are inhaling smoke into your lungs. What part of that could be healthy?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like people think smoking things are like good for it and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I just remember seeing the old like advertisements in magazines or whatever when they used to call it, well, now it's a slur, but they used to call them, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it as what it was or people will crucify me, but they would just be like, I'd light up one of these and I'd go sing or whatever, cause she's like, it's like, oof, we also used to swallow tapeworms to lose weight.
Yeah. What the fuck is wrong, people?
We just
leeches and bloodletting just to get shit out of your system?
Well, I think they could actually prove a little bit on that one.
A little
but
bit,
that's like
sure.
a dire, desperate situation. If the only thing you have is leeches, then okay,
Yeah.
I would imagine at the lake or something, wherever you would pick up a bunch of them. Oh God, just thinking about it gives me the crawlies. But I guess if it was that or death, I'd let them put it on me. But I would be out of my head the entire time. Internally, I'm dying. Oh, fun. So, and I know this wasn't General Mills, but I did buy the Wednesday cereal just to keep in the Monsters thing. It's Kellogg's though, guys. If you're for people at home or whatever, it's just like they're just trying to make money off of Netflix's Wednesday because it has her version on the top, and it's a cookies and cream. So I don't feel like it could be bad. Like I feel like it's gotta, and I don't.
I feel
know
like
why.
there's a safe bet to it, and it's with marshmallows.
Well, I don't think it does. Yeah, no, actually, okay, I see marshmallows.
Huh.
Yeah, so it looks like chocolate, like a little chocolate ball, I guess, with a marshmallow.
Okay.
What's the name of that cereal? That's like crap.
Cocoa Puffs?
I have to look it up. Cocoa Puffs, maybe. Yeah, like they look like those. And it smells just like chocolate. So I just wanted to try it and see because I was like, well, that can't be bad. And I don't know why General Mills didn't like hop on this one with all their monstery stuff. But oh wow, it does smell chocolatey. Like you get it. Now I'm wondering, is it gonna be I love cookies and cream.
Hmm.
So I'm wondering if I'm gonna like this better than the Count Chocula. Because I kind of feel like I might. Yeah, they look exactly like those little puffs. They're actually only okay.
Okay.
Yeah. They crumble just like those too. I wonder if it's the same people. Do they make those? Do they make those puffs?
Who is it?
Kellogg's.
Kellogg's. No, I think General Mills does Cocoa Puffs. If I'm not mistaken.
No, okay. It's only okay.
Okay.
Unfortunately. I think just go get the Oreo Cookie Crisp.
All right.
But the milk gets chocolatey super fast. Take with that what you will.
I am very curious about this other cereal, though, because the Monster cereal, as we've kind of mentioned, I get, for whatever reason, I guess maybe we searched for them early before they really hit store shelves. I don't know, but what's interesting is, as we said, we mostly have the older style boxes, the white with the older kind of designs, save for the two that you got that have the fancier design, so to speak.
And I know Carmela has a fancy one out there too. I've seen it.
So what's interesting to me about this is when you look at what they're marketing out on the store shelves right now versus how their website is set up.
Right?
I'm curious which design are we going for this year and why are there two different boxes, because I'm so confused. And furthermore, as we mentioned, the Frightful Friends cereal is the one we could find, but this Monster Mash Remix is one we could not.
No.
And for whatever reason, it's still showing as a product on their website.
Well, this is the weird thing. I'm wondering if companies, like, there must be a law or something about it. Because I feel like it was the same with Pringles. Like, you can't order from them directly.
Yeah.
They can advertise it, and then you pump in your zip code or whatever, and it tells you what retailer near you might sell it. And I'm wondering if that's like the law. Like, you're not allowed to sell it directly. It has to go through whatever these other channels are.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I couldn't even find it to order it. Like,
And-
even
and-
off of Amazon, and break my whole I don't order off of Amazon thing. But like, I would have,
But it's so bizarre that this is still up. It's like someone completely forgot about this website. You know, like they put it up last year and just said, all right, we're done.
Yeah,
And
is
then
there a
disappeared.
date?
I mean, it's dated to a point. Like you can see where they talk about introducing Carmela, and it's like, oh, it's the first year, 2013 or 2013 or 2023. Dear God, let me get the fucking date right.
Well, it would have to be then if she's in it, because that was, we found out last year was when she first came to the scene.
Yeah, but I don't know. This whole website seems outdated.
Yeah, I guess so. And it's their direct website.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really wanted to try this one because I saw it had the Fruit Brute and Yummy Mummy. And I figured that was going to be the closest we would find for now, unless they decide to bring it back in the future for some limited time again to try it. Because like, I honestly don't think I ever tried those two. It sounds like they came and gone before I was even probably aware of it. Like maybe the Yummy Mummy.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
I feel like the Fruit Brute came and gone before I was really even around.
If there was any chance that I had any of that, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. But there's a chance, a possibility that I got it at some point, but I couldn't tell you. I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either. And I probably from my childhood, I'm really probably only remembering the Frankenberry and Chocula anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even sure I did a lot of Boo Berry. I bought whatever mom bought, or I ate whatever mom bought. So it's not like I really remember saying much or asking for much cereals, you know. But yeah, watch. We'll probably find it in like a month.
Probably. Well, I mean, that was all of the cereals, the monster cereals. I hope that if you are a fan of, like, if you remember these as kids, I don't know if you can ever be a fan of these cereals. I guess you can. Yeah. But, you know, to each their own. I mean, it was a nice trip down memory lane because I haven't had these cereals in a while. And there are times that I'll remember things from the childhood and just be like, you know what, I want to try it again.
Yeah.
Don't know if it'll hit the same, but I just want to see. Fruity Pebbles used to be one of those. Like, I used to, big fucking bowl. You know, you just fill it up and you just fucking eat it. It turns into mush in no time.
Like instantly. That's the thing with Fruity Pebbles I never could do. It's like you might get a bite. One single solitary bite that's crunchy. And the rest just turns to just mush. Yeah.
Fruity mush. But it was at one time, in my opinion, used to be really good. Doesn't hit the same way anymore. So I don't have the love for it that I used to. It's just kind of like, it's fine. But these are all right. Like I think I would go back for some Count Chocula every now and again. And I'm disappointed in Frankenberry and Boo Berry for just not really living up to the potential, because they probably would have had a higher spot had the Frightful Monsters not come in, the Frightful Friends or whatever. And
kind of stole the show.
Yeah, just was like, this is how you do Berry.
Right? Are you saving all the berry for your monster friends? Because, like,
it's the way it seems.
Man alive. Because it did seem like, or anyway, my box, again, unless I need to shake it up, looked like it had more berry than the Carmella anyway. Yeah. There was more of the purple than the green. Yeah.
I mean, so, I had more green than purple, which was fucking weird. So I don't understand why it mattered.
Maybe they just poured it in weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so this is a good segue into this, because I would like you to watch it if you haven't already.
Okay.
On Netflix, there's a movie called Unfrosted that I had a lovely time watching. It is nonsense, and I'm here for it. And it was an hour and a half of my time. And it had you have to be a little scared at first when they put so many celebrities in one movie. You're like, oh, this has got to be garbage if you're like selling me with all these people, because it's Jerry Seinfeld as the lead. Did you watch it? Have you seen it?
Yes, I have watched it. Yes. And I want you to finish before I say it.
It was just delightful. It was just delightful. And so as I'm like trying some of these cereals and looking back on that and everything, I'm like, yeah, this was just, I don't know. It was just so much fun. And I got to see Sarah Cooper in something outside of what I normally see her do.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring it up here and get all political, but she's great at that also. But yeah, you have Seinfeld and you have Melissa McCarthy and Christian Slater and Hugh Grant. Again, late stage Hugh Grant. I'm in love with him. I'm in love with back half career Hugh Grant. They did mess up on one casting though.
Which was?
Amy Schumer.
Okay, yeah.
I don't like her at all. I try to like her, girl power, blah, blah, blah. I just can't. Her humor's not for me. And I feel like she always gets cast as this person, overly freaking hateful. And it's not funny or cute. And I kind of wish people would stop writing women that way. we're not all hateful assholes when we're in a corporate setting. And I don't know. I just feel like women are always the ones cast that way. And I despise it. And she doesn't even make it funny. So anyway. And then when I saw Bill Burr show up as Kennedy, I was done. I was like, this is it. My life is complete. Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah.
Guys, go see it. James Marsden as Jack LaLanne.
Yeah.
You guys, it's set in like 73. Is that what the year of the movie was? Something like that.
I feel like that.
Or was it
might be
60s
right.
and then he was telling the story in the 70s or something like that?
Something.
Anyway, it's how they made Pop-Tarts.
Mm,
It ends up
supposedly.
with, yeah, it's their version of how they made Pop-Tarts. But I thought it was just cute because the movie starts off with like some little kid looking like he's going to run away.
Mm.
So the whole movie is Jerry Seinfeld telling this kid a story. So that's why it's like dramatic and nonsensical and everything. But guys, it's just lovely. I don't know. Did you like it? I had such a fun
did.
time with it.
I did. Like when I started hearing a lot of the negativities, like this movie is so fucking ludicrous. It's stupid, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Like so much of this hatred toward this movie. And I was like, all right, well, I'll give it a watch anyway because I was already wanting to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I'm in for this. I mean, it's insane, but why not?
When Snap Crackle Pop came on, I'm like, how do you not love this movie right now? And like, even those were SNL actors.
Yeah.
I don't remember their real names or whatever, but even them at the freaking funeral. Are you kidding me? His last bull. Jack McBrayer. That's not who he is in this
Yeah.
movie, but like he's in it as the Schwinn guy who invented the Schwinn bicycle. Like, guys, how do you not? Yes, it's ridiculous. That was the point.
Yeah. And they do posit the movie in such a way that you can't take it seriously because,
No.
as you said, he's telling a story. He's embellishing.
He's making a kid smile.
I'm
Christian
sure-
Slater is a milk thug. Come on. How do you not love this movie?
I mean, you know the creation of Pop-Tarts is not going to be this exciting.
No.
They are just like, let's do the story, but let's make it fun and exciting and let's do something crazy with it.
And it's just like Kellogg's versus Post.
Yeah.
You know? As they were at the race for the Pop-Tart, the next big thing. And the fact that basically Pop-Tarts were invented because kids went dumpster diving is just also hilarious.
Yeah.
Like those two kids were freaking amazing. Everything that we know today is just an accident of shit that came out of a dumpster, you know?
Mhm.
And I love that Jerry's just going to eat whatever the kid hands them.
Whatever they yeah.
Whatever. Like that. Guys, sorry, I probably spoiled all of it, but just go watch it. If you just like turn your brain off and let it be, just accept that it's what it is. And I don't know. I think you'll have so much fun.
I did. I had so much fun. Yeah.
Like, I kind of want to go back and watch it again now. Like, it was just that lovely to me. And Melissa McCarthy and Jerry Seinfeld work very well together.
Mhm.
How is
Yeah.
that up? She was working for NASA.
Yeah.
And he comes to her, he's like, you got to work for us again. Because apparently those two didn't get along very well and had to veto each other's a lot and everything. And she's like, I'm going to the moon. He's like, you think that you're going to the moon? Okay, yeah, you're right. And then she just takes off and I'm like, this is glorious. So go watch it. Go watch it.
Yeah.
And then tell me what you all think. Because I thought it was fucking lovely.
I had a lot of fun with it. I didn't understand the hatred.
I mean, what were you guys expecting? Did they miss the beginning?
I guess.
Where he was setting it up, talking to this little kid. I don't know. Anyway, because they bring it back at the end, then the parents come, oh, thank you for keeping our kids, safe for an hour and a half or, however long. And then off they went and it was done. And he went and did his real job, whatever it was.
Whatever it may be.
I'm actually not even sure. Does he? Does ravioli work for cereal? Like, I'm not even sure. Just dude was at the counter, was like, you know what?
I think you'd be surprised because I keep finding that stuff out, like just various YouTube videos that I'll watch where they talk about how this company owns this company, and then you just start seeing the tree, and you're just like, my God, it's insane.
Gosh. Anyway, yeah, go see it. And there's way, 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 way more actors that I didn't even mention that you're gonna watch and go, ah, like
That guy.
Amy Schumer's sidekick or whatever. I knew him from New Girl, and he was just glorious in that also. He just plays that squirrely, like
Yeah.
high-strung guy so well that it's, I don't know, he's great. So anyway, I'll stop singing its praises, but I really hope you guys would go watch it and then come tell us what you think, because I thought it was just freaking glorious. Just relax for an hour and a half and have a good time. It's not even that long of a movie, you know?
No.
So anyway.
Yeah. Ramblers. Christ.
Ha, ha, ha.
Siblings.
Like we talk too
Fucking
many
hell.
movies now, and he's just like, I don't know where I'm at anymore, guys.
Yeah, I've got everything's mixing up. I think I even made that mistake on the last episode of that podcast and started being like, I'm gonna
Go
end
beyond
it.
your wait.
Yeah, and I was going that route, and I was like, nope, that's not what we're heading. Turn.
Back up.
Siblings, have you tried General Mills monster cereals? Have you watched Unfrosted? Let us know on social media at Super Mega Crash. You can send us an email at supermegacrash@gmail.com if you'd prefer. You can tell us all about your own taste test of these cereals. Maybe you've
Yes.
tried Fruit Brute and Yummy Mummy and remember.
Please. Yeah, what were they like?
What was the Monster Mash cereal like? Did you have the Monster Mash cereal? We want to know about that too.
Is it actually real?
Did it taste with the orange cream and the cherry? And did it taste like all of them smashed together
Right.
like it was supposed to be?
All
Did you
of
have
them.
chocolate and berry and
Yeah,
whatever the
I'm
fuck
a little
else?
concerned about it, but I don't know. That one surprised me with the Monsters Friends, so maybe, who knows? Maybe,
Yeah.
who knows? I might love it.
See, what did they say that they brought back the Fruit Brute as cherry? So
Yeah.
count chocolate, Fruit Brute, cherry, chocolate cherries.
Okay,
Huh?
that would work. But then when
Come
you mix
on.
in the Carmella and the orange, we might be heading into dangerous territory.
Mhm.
That's what I don't know. But you almost have two berry, right? Because like Frankenberry was in it too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. All right, so hey, head on over to patreon.com, chuck in a buck, and if you do things like that, we could do more things like this, the
More
cereals.
foods.
Yeah.
Buy us food.
Buy us
I like
foods.
food.
So then we can talk about said foods on the
Talk about
show. And we
food.
can do all these things. Leave us a 5-star review on your favorite podcasting app and keep up with any and all things over at pencilpaperproductions.com/supermegacrash. Links are in the show notes down below. And join us again next week, siblings. But until then, have a spooky, balanced breakfast and go beyond your limits.
I was working in my mansion late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. Frankenberry from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. Frankenberry, ladies and gentlemen.
This has been a Pencil and Paper Podcast Network production.